So let's talk about an idea that might sound a little backwards. We're going to explore why a truly amazing life isn't found in comfort, but by running headfirst into discomfort. Let's dive in. It's so true, right? We build these little boxes for ourselves with our routines, our habits, the safe choices we make every day. It feels cozy, it feels secure, but the honest truth, everything you want, everything you could possibly become, it's all waiting for you just outside those walls. Okay, so let's start by unpacking this whole allure of comfort thing. It promises safety, and sure, it delivers, but what it really delivers is stagnation. It's the biggest barrier to your own ambition, and it keeps you from ever finding out what your real limits are.
I mean, this slide just says it all. Be honest with yourself. When was the last time you really grew as a person? I'll bet you $1,000,000 it wasn't when things were easy. I remember I had this comfortable job, a nice apartment, and I felt completely stuck. I was just existing. Real growth, the kind that matters, it only comes from struggle.
All right, now this is where things get a little uncomfortable. To really break out of that box for good, we have to look some pretty hard truths right in the eye. Now, these aren't meant to tear you down. They're meant to set you free, because facing them is how we find a much deeper meaning in life.
Oof, man, this one's tough to swallow, isn't it? We all want to believe we're indispensable at our jobs, in our relationships, but the reality is life moves on. I learned this the hard way when I got laid off from a job where I thought I was absolutely essential. Guess what? The company was just fine. But accepting this isn't about feeling worthless. It's about freeing yourself to live on your own terms.
We all grow up with this fairy tale, right? That love conquers all. But love alone doesn't pay the mortgage, and it sure doesn't fix terrible communication. I was in this incredibly passionate relationship that just completely fell apart because at the end of the day, we just couldn't talk to each other. Love is an amazing foundation, but you need respect, trust, and communication to actually build a life on it. Oh, this is such a modern trap, and we all fall for it. We're convinced that the next promotion, the new car, the bigger house, that will be the thing that finally makes us happy. But that little hit of joy is always temporary, isn't it? It's just a vicious cycle that leaves you feeling empty. Desire is a liar. It whispers in your ear that you're not enough as you are, that real happiness is always just one more purchase away. Okay, hang on, I know how this sounds. But trust me, this isn't about being morbid. It's about a huge shift in perspective. I had a close call once that completely woke me up. I realized I was living my life like I had forever. I was putting everything off for someday. See, thinking about death isn't grim. It's the ultimate motivator. It reminds you that your time here is finite. So live with purpose, with urgency. Live today. So, once you've looked those hard truths in the eye, the real work begins. And it all happens inside. This is about taking back control of your own mind and building a new framework so you can leave that comfort zone in the rearview mirror for good. This right here, this is a total game changer. We get so obsessed with the outcomes, but the outcomes are just the result. We need to focus on the habits. See, your goal isn't to lose weight. It's to build better eating habits. It's not about getting more money. It's about building better financial habits. The habit is the system. If you just focus on improving the system, the results will take care of themselves. So, how do you actually do that? How do you build a habit that sticks? Well, the trick is to stop trying to do everything at once. You make the change so small, it's almost impossible to say no. Start with just 10 focus minutes a day. That's it. After a couple of weeks, bump it to 15, then 20. You have to be consistent. Before you know it, that habit will be automatic. But you know, all of this, building habits day in and day out, it all boils down to one simple thing. It starts with a choice you make in your head. This is the foundation of everything. The moment you realize that you have a choice in how you think, you unlock all of your power. Are you going to choose the thoughts that keep you safe in your little box, or the ones that push you to go for it? It's always your choice. All right, we're heading into the final stretch now, and this is probably the toughest part of the whole journey, because living an extraordinary life, well, it comes at a cost. It demands real sacrifice. You simply cannot become the person you want to be while staying the person you are right now. So what does that sacrifice actually look like? It's not always pretty. It means intense, relentless focus. It might mean some seriously long nights and some brutally early mornings.
It's about being willing to do what other people aren't, to seize those opportunities when they pop up.
And that really brings us to this core idea. This isn't a part-time gig. It's not a switch you just flip on and off. It is a total all-in commitment. It's a relentless, around-the-clock dedication to becoming the person you know you can be. Okay, we've talked about the comfort trap, the hard truths, the mindset, and the price. Now it all comes down to a single, simple choice. It's time to stop saying one day. It's time to make this day one.
So I'm going to dare you right here, right now. I dare you to dream so much bigger than anyone has ever told you is possible. I want you to completely shatter your own expectations of yourself.
And I dare you to say no. Say no to the bad habits. Say no to the negative people in your life. Say no to anything and everything that is not aligned with the future you want to build. And say it with pride, because every no to the wrong thing is a powerful yes to the right one.
And finally, this is the big one. I dare you to just disappear for 6 months. Cut out all the noise. Disconnect from the drama, the distractions, the endless scrolling. Vanish for 6 months and pour every ounce of your energy into your health, your finances, and learning something new. Just imagine the person you would be on the other side.
And that's the bottom line. It all comes down to this one question. Are you going to keep talking about what you'll do one day, or are you going to make today day one? The choice, as always, is yours.